Find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1820. 855-325-1820. That's 855-325-1820.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
Accelerated Graphics and Signs, 101 East Renfro, Sweet C in Burleson, Texas, can handle all of your graphic needs. Need a banner or promotional products for your business? They got you covered. T-shirts and caps for your group. All you need to figure out is if you want them screen printed or embroidered. How about some slick graphics on that hot ride to make you stand out from the crowd? Accelerated Graphics and Signs can handle anything you throw at them. Located at 101 East Renfro Street, Sweet C in Burleson, Texas, go in and see them. Call them at 817-991-0523 or reach them on the web at www.acceleratedgraphics.net. They are loud and proud and want to serve you. Accelerated Graphics.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395. 800-709-4395.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
All right. It is Friday night. We've got Friday Night Lights happening again. Welcome, everybody. Here's what I'm going to tell you right now, I've already got my man Matt and my man RJ already messaging in before the show even went live. They are messaging in, and I love these guys, man. I can always count on them, and they're already saying what's up. RJ saying let's talk some football. Happy Friday to everybody. Beautiful day outside. A little windy for tonight's games, but that's okay. We're gonna get through and play. Welcome to MYFA Live After the Whistle. I never introduced myself. I assume because people see my name in there, they know who I am. But my name is Michael Moore. And I have the pleasure of getting to talk about all your lovely kids out playing football and these awesome coaches and boards and things of that nature. And if you're looking in the studio today, you can see I've got all kinds of wonderful guests here. No, I'm just kidding. It is blank in here today. Unless you consider Casper the Friendly Ghost my guest in here today. And unfortunately, the Everman Bulldogs were supposed to be on today, and I got a message not too long ago basically stating they could not make it, but no problemo. We are going to reschedule them. And so what that allows us to do, my man RJ, we get to talk football tonight. So here's the deal. If you're watching online, now if you're driving, don't do this. But if you're in a place that you can, guys, this show's about us today. Drop an L for watching live, R for the replay. We've had about 2 or 3 weeks of 7-on-7 now. We're going to talk a lot of 7-on-7 tonight. We're also going to talk just a little bit of tackle and things of that nature. I want to hear some of your thoughts on some of the 7-on-7 if you've been out there. I have not heard from Victor. I have messaged Victor. I've asked for his predictions today. I've got mine. And just so you know, I just wrote mine down right here. See, you guys can't see. Where's my camera at up there? You can't see. So I'm going to be making my predictions tonight as promised. Hopefully Victor's just on vacation, but haven't heard from him, aka Rob, the president. But maybe he'll drop some things in here for us tonight. I'm gonna keep saying Victor's Rob until I see Victor personally. That is my guess that I'm putting money on. So with that said, guys, guys, we're going to jump right into 7-on-7. I do want to talk just about a few things for our parents that are out here listening right now. I think there's some things that maybe will help you guys understand. I understand being a parent also involved in youth organizations and stuff. There's sometimes things don't go our way. And, when you have a league of 3,000 or 4,000 kids, you can't please everybody, but I can tell you MYFA tries their best. And look, I'm not on the MYFA board, and I hope you guys see with MYFA Live After the Whistle, I come with facts and truth, and we leave no stone unturned. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the schedule making. I know there's been some questions from parents of how come the schedule comes out, on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, why certain teams are playing certain places, how come it gets revived. So I wanted to talk to you about it. Then we have some breaking news. Some of you may have heard it a little bit through the grapevine a little bit, but MYFA has released their playoff schedule, so I'm going to give that to you today. We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about seedings. We'll talk about the games tonight. We'll also talk about some my games of the night if you're wanting to get out. And guys, let me just say this: if you're listening and you have a student that plays in MYFA, maybe they're not playing 7-on-7, but they play for a town, one of our MYFA towns, please get out and check out these games. They are intense. They're awesome. Matter of fact, I go back about 2 weeks ago. Wayne Elam, the president of Cleburne. Matt, your text threw me off there. I just seen $100, but I'm going to figure out what that was here in a second. But Wayne, the president, we were talking, man, and we were watching a 6th grade game, and I want to say that it was Burleson coach Casey, and I want to say they were playing an Eaton team. And now I know this young man because I'm in Burleson, but Derringer, the quarterback of Burleson, which I plan on having him on the show, man, he dropped back to pass and, dude, threw like a 35, maybe he was even a 40-yard strike. And Wayne just looked at me, he goes, did he just throw that ball 40 yards? Guys, I'm telling you, the athletic ability of these kids right now, it is I don't know what these athletes are going to turn into when they get older. I am shaken to see, I've been out at some high school football games, and you can see me on camera. I'm not a small guy. I definitely need to stop eating McDonald's as much. But the reality of it is I've been out some of these high school games, and I'm looking at some of these towers, and I'm going, there ain't no way these kids played this big when I was their age. And then I'm watching these 7-on-7 games, and guys, there's a 4th grade game tonight we're going to talk about. Just go watch the young athletes in this 4th grade game tonight. They will blow your mind. And so if you don't have nothing to do tonight, go support MYFA. Get out there. We've got Crowley, All Saints, so Crowley High School location, All Saints a location. We've got Eaton as a location to be able to go watch games tonight, and Aledo as a location. Get out there, watch some games, support your fellow teammates out there. Heck, and if you're some tackle football coaches, you might get a little leg up on the competition. Matt says some people be mad if you handed them $100 bill after every game because it wasn't 520s. Matt, you're right. Not everybody could be happy, and you've been around youth sports for a while and going from there. But let me tell you why the schedule is coming out. I went that full circle just to get to our schedule here. Why the schedule is coming out in the time frame that it is. Number one, we have to secure, and I say we, once again, the MYFA executive team and the town reps and all those people that put in the hard work. Number one, they have to secure referees, right? And, you can say what you want about the referees, but the reality of it is they do try to secure good ones. Now, I know referees are the best when they make the call you want to make, and they're the worst when they make the call that goes against you. I totally get that as a coach. I high five you. But for all intents and purposes, they got to get the referees chosen. And then, guys, we've been talking about every town that has come on here. They have all said, we need volunteers. We need help, right? And I can tell you this, it takes a team. I believe Monica last week from Eaton was talking about, it takes a team to run these facilities. Unfortunately, don't just show up and unlock the gate and lights come on and we play. I mean, there's all kinds of little things that need to be done. And so they got to get their team in place. And so if you feel like it's not as organized as it is in the fall, it actually is probably more organized in the fall. But what we also have to do is take our volunteers, find out where they're going to be, then try to get their teams with them, because a lot of them have kids that are playing, to make sure, okay, there's teams here, their kids are here, this team's here, their kids are here. Then we got to make sure the refs are there. Then we got to make sure the facilities are unlocked and able to be used. And then all of that gets put together. You put it in a little funnel, you shake it up, and then boom, here comes the schedule out. And so, guys, have patience. If you're a player, if you're a coach, if you are a grandparent, a parent in MYFA, an email came out to all of us. I was CC'd on, and one of the things that Rob put out there, he said, right now everybody should plan on playing from the rest of April, from 6:30 to 10 p.m. at one of our 4 different locations. And honestly, guys, if you just block that off in your schedule, look, we want everybody to play where they want to play. That is 100% for certain. But sometimes that happens. Sometimes it doesn't happen. And guys, look, it affects me. There's 2 5th grade teams in Burleson that I'm technically the head coach of. And like tonight, we're separated. But you know what? It's for the betterment of the kids. It's for the betterment of MYFA. And it allows us to get more teams in, guys. And look, this year there's I want to say the number was 70 plus teams that are playing with us in 7-on-7, which is just astonishing. I mean, it's crazy. And those teams get 2 games per week, and we have to split that up between 4 locations. I mean, think about it. That's 140 games that we have to schedule on a Friday night. And if you've been around 7-on-7 for a while, I can tell you this is pretty common in 7-on-7. So I just wanted to get that out there for you guys, just so you guys had an idea of what's going on. But that being said, one of the things released this week by MYFA was the championship tournament that will be held. And I am holding it in my hands. And I can't think of any better way for us to jump in and start the show off than talking about the championship tournament. There's great games out tonight. Tonight will shake up the standings for this championship tournament. I promise you that. And you know what? It's going to be awesome. They already know exactly where that tournament's going to be played, so I'm going to share that with you tonight. And then we're going to get into some standings and some records and some games to watch tonight, because there are some doozies out there tonight. From 2nd grade all the way up to 6th grade, there are games that you want to get out and watch. And then, if we have some time, I'll talk a little bit about my rankings. And I want to hear from you. Usually we have anywhere between 200 and 300 people watching the show live, and several hundred that watch it afterwards. For you, a couple of hundred that are on there, I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear your opinion on these towns and if you have a child that is playing out there and they've done some good stuff, let's highlight them tonight, because that's what this show is about. So, championship tournament, here we go. Number 1, it will be held at the All Saints Episcopal School. If you haven't been there yet, it's over kind of in the Fort Worth area, just a little outside of, I want to say outside of Aledo, but it's, you're going around 820 there. Obviously, you'll be able to get those directions as those things come. And the playoffs will start May the 6th. Let me repeat, playoffs will start May the 6th. And why do I say May the 6th? Because we have so many teams. They have expanded the playoffs. So last year, I believe, and some of you listening can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe last year's playoffs, they only had 4 teams that made the playoffs. But because we have so many, they've expanded it to 6 teams this year per division that's going to make the playoffs. So lots of opportunity to get into the playoff game. And that will be on May the 6th. And then the following week, Friday, May the 13th, will be the championship game. Now, the times will be designated after the 6 games are done, but let me talk to you about how the brackets are going to go. So first round, we'll talk about in the 2nd grade division. So the 1 seed and the 2 seed will get a bye, and the 4 will play the 6th seed, and the 3 will play the 5th seed. Now, before any of you message me and say, why isn't 3 playing the 6? That's the way it's supposed to happen in the playoffs. Because we play round robin in 2 games in a night, we would not have time to redraw up the brackets, reseed everything, etc., things of that nature. Okay. So it would be very difficult just to redraw the brackets up on the fly. So to make sure that the number 1 seed has the opportunity to play the absolute lowest seed out there, we have 4 versus 6. Hopefully you guys understand that. If not, just drop a question mark and I'll explain into detail. So 4 will play 6, 3 will play 5. And then those teams will move on. Then the number 1 seed will play the winner of 4 versus 6. The number 2 seed will play the winner of 3 versus 5. And then they will move on to the championship game, the winner of those games, to be played the following Friday night. Same thing's going to happen in the 4th grade. So the 4th grade division looks the exact same way. 5th grade, 6th grade, so forth. And so, guys, that's really exciting, right? Because number one, when we talk about the standings and things of that nature, just to kind of give you an idea. So if the playoffs were to start today in 2nd grade, Aledo and Azle would have a bye. And then you have Granbury, Peaster, Granbury, and Eaton, who are all in the playoffs as of today right now. And so your 4 and 6 seeds would be Peaster versus Eaton. Your 3 and 5 seeds would be the battle of the Granberries that would be out there. In your 3rd grade division, if the playoffs started today, you would have Brock entering in as the number 1 seed, but followed by Aledo Davis as the 2 seed. Your 3 seed is Aledo Scott. Your 4 seed would be Granbury Westbrook. 5th seed, Aledo Wilkes, and then the 6th seed would be Brock Law. So, man, that would be some juicy matchups. Granbury Westbrook versus Brock Law, and then Aledo Scott versus Aledo Wilkes. I mean, that's juicy matchups. And then your 4th grade division, you'd have Burleson Barrett as the 1 seed. Aledo Cooper would be in as your 2 seed. Midlothian would be your 3. Aledo Hightower 4. Aledo Chisholm 5. Eaton Hatfield would be 6. So Barrett and Cooper would have the first round byes. And then your Aledo Hightower would be playing Eaton Hatfield, and your Midlothian would be playing Aledo Chisholm. I mean, I'm going to stop for a second on 4th grade. We're going to talk about this here. Hopefully we get to it this segment, but if not, we'll talk about it right after the break. But there's some fun stuff happening in 4th grade right now, y'all. If you have not had a chance to go watch some of these 4th grade games, you've got teams that haven't even been scored on. You've got some teams that are approaching already 200 points scored in 7-on-7 this year. We'll talk about this a little bit when we get down to breakdowns to the game of the week. But guys, there is some intense competition happening in the 4th grade level. And in the 5th grade level, we've got good competition happening too. Your 1 seed would be Stephenville. Your 2 seed would be Granbury Rice. 3 seed would be Eaton. 4th seed, Granbury Moreno. 5th seed would be Burleson Moore. 6th seed would be Crowley. And so your first round matchups there would be Granbury Moreno versus Crowley, and then Eaton versus Burleson Moore. Good round matchups there. I'm the Burleson Moore team. We played Eaton last week, and they handed it to us. That's a really good football team out there, and it would be awesome to have a chance to play them again in the playoffs. And then when you go to the 6th grade division, right now you have Godley coming in that first place, followed by Eaton Diggs. In 2nd place, that'd be your 2 byes. And you have Crowley, Aledo, Burleson, Adrian, and Cleburne. So your first round matchup would be Aledo, Cleburne, and then Crowley and Burleson, Adrian. And I mean, what a matchups, right? What a matchups those would be as far as that goes. So, guys, it's around the corner, right? It is right around the corner. A couple of other things that I want to mention before we get into the scoring and some of the stuff from last week and in the standings and things of that nature. There are a lot of towns that have signups already open right now. And if you have not signed your young student up for cheer or for tackle football and your town signups are live, get them in. I don't know what every town's policy is. I don't know if, towns are doing cutoffs. I know I did see, I believe it was Eaton, and if someone from Eaton is watching, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe their cutoffs are like in the middle of May right now. That's crazy that they have so many people signing up that they may have to stop in the middle of May. Guys, just look outside right now. If you can see outside my window, it's exciting times. It's football times. It's in the air. People want to play football, and there's a lot of exciting things that are coming down the pipe right now. Get your kids signed up, and Craigle, don't take my thunder, man. We're about to talk about that. No one look at what Craigle posted. No one look. But we have we've got some exciting times and things out there going from there. And for you towns, if you've got some events coming up that you want to advertise on the radio, please let me know. You can get in contact with me through MYFA. Anybody on any town rep, most of them have my information. But let me know if you've got, like, I can tell you, I believe it's June the 4th or the 6th. Someone for the Elks can let me know. We're having a Meet the Elks Day here in Burleson. If you've got stuff like that in your towns, look, we are here to help our young athletes grow, and we are here to help our towns grow. We are here to have fun, and you know what, guys, it's exciting. It's super, super exciting. So with that being said, we got some games of the week want to talk about tonight. Some things I wrote down. Obviously, Kragel's already beat me to one of the games of the week, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But there are some other grades besides fourth grade that we want to talk about a little bit for the games of the week and highlight tonight. I'm going to give you my picks. Now, don't hate me if my picks are wrong. And go from there. And you know, guys, as we get into this, you know, I've been debating on when to share why youth sports means so much to me. I've been asked actually out at the games and things of that nature, you know, what it is about youth sports that why I have a passion. Is it just because, you know, I have a son that plays, and you know, that's all part of it. But if you'll indulge me for just a minute, I'm going to tell you a story about why youth sports is important to me. And you know what? I don't know, you know, my mother's actually, she just posted on here, she's listening, and she's gonna know this, but the impact that it made. And guys, let me tell you why youth sports is important, and this is a little insight to your host Mike. And look, we're all family here. What I love about MYFA is the MYFA family. It's so cool when I get to see people out at these games and shaking their hand and giving them high fives. And these kids, man, I can tell you, look, I know competition is steep. I know that you know, we're all out here to win. We're all out here for our kids to get those rings. But more importantly, what I absolutely love about MYFA is its family atmosphere and them going together. And guys, youth sports changes kids' lives. And you've probably seen stuff on television. You've probably heard stories. You've probably heard all kinds of stuff about kids. Life's changed by a youth sports coach. I can tell you, like, you know, Rob sat here and talked with Crowley about their kids that are playing D1 that has just made a massive change in their life. I know personally, I've seen in Burleson, Coach Barrett and Coach Kevin, you know, they've had Duke, who plays at the University of Texas, come back and work with kids and stuff. And this is, you know, a young man that they coach. And anytime he's in town, you know, one of them, if not both of them, are having lunch with him. And I'm sure other coaches that have been on the show, they talk about that. But I'm going to tell you a personal story of why I believe in youth sports. And I tell you this not for a man, that's a great story, you know, Coach Mike. I tell you this because when we're out at the games and things are getting a little rowdy, and the pressure's on, because there's some pressure games tonight we're going to talk about, and I promise you it's going to be intense at those games. I want you to remember what the youth sports is all about. And this is my personal story real quick before the break of youth sports. Youth sports changed my life because the person who I called dad, who is my stepdad, was my youth football coach. I will give you a quick synopsis of my background that only the people closest to me know, and now I'm about to share it out over the radio waves. So here we go, right? I grew up in a household that for years, my mother did not know that I was pretty much beaten every day by my real father. He had a very bad accident. My real father was a very loving man, but he had a very bad accident working for actually the Ozarka Water Company. He was carrying those huge water bottles. It was raining. He slipped. He fell, broke his back, had his first back surgery, and from that moment on was addicted to pain medicine. Now we're talking back in the 80s, you know, late 80s. I don't know the exact time frame. I'm sure my mom will tell me if she's able to type listening, but late 80s. And I mean, it was an immediate change, right? I mean, medicine. Matter of fact, just personal story from medicine. My wife, who is a nurse practitioner, when I had my ACL surgeries, I refused to take the pain meds because I was afraid it would turn me into my father. And you know, it was a rough time. My mom pretty much, you know, worked her butt off to try to provide. We did not have a lot growing up. And and we weren't poor, but we just, she had to do what she could, because essentially she was supporting another grown adult and 2 children, myself and my sister. And I'll never forget, there was an afternoon she came home and I'd come home from school. Matter of fact, it's right here down the street on Renfro, from where I'm sitting right now. And there was an incident that happened with me and another young man. It made my father mad. And man, he just laid into me, for lack of better terms, just in case kids are listening, and not the proper adult way. My mom had come home, big black eye. She realized what was going on. And from there, they started going their separate ways, like probably should happen. I don't tell you that for sympathy or anything like that. This is why youth sports changed me. My mom's going to laugh at this, a demon child to deal with. I had all kinds of issues until a gentleman by the name of Mike Yarger came along. And he was my football coach for the Burleson Raiders. He had met my mom through football, and man, I got to know him a lot. They hit it off. I want to say maybe it was a year and a half later, they wound up getting married, and he was just Coach Mike to me for the longest time. Put up with more than he should have. Honestly, I don't know how he didn't run for the hills. But what he taught me from the ages, I'm going to say from 9 to where I am now, and even still today, changed my life. And it would have never happened without youth sports. The gateway that youth sports brought for me to play at that time for the Burleson Raiders not only changed my mom's life. To her and my stepdad are very well off now, not telling their business out there, but they can do anything they want to do in life. I own 2 businesses in Burleson. My sister's very successful. And a lot of people see that on the backside of it, and they're like, oh man, look at that guy. They don't understand what was driven to get me to that direction. And it was youth sports. And so, guys, I tell you this, I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only child or only person that is like that. There are children in this 3,000 to 4,000 kids that we may never know. You may never hear this story again from another child, but you who are out there in these towns, you who are out there coaching, you who are just volunteering, you that are on the MYFA executive board, the people like the Eaton board that was here, the Burleson board, even the Everman board who couldn't make it, you never know who's coming through your town. And what I want to tell you is this: youth sports changes people. And what MYFA Live After the Whistle, I want to help bring that out. At the end of the day, I want these young men to grow and to prosper. I want these young cheerleaders. You hear me talk about cheer a lot because I think Cherry Craig is the best cheer director in the world. Sorry for all you other towns. You know why? Because she cares. And I know everybody else does too. Not saying that they don't. We've had the Cleveland cheer director. She was so awesome. She ran a little late coming in here, but they want to make an impact. So when you're with these kids, and remember when you're out watching these competitions and games and these refs and stuff like that, our children see the way we act. Our children see what's going on. You're life changers right now. And my hat's off to every MYFA listener, every MYFA parent, every MYFA step parent, grandparent, coaches. You guys are the bomb. And it may not get told to you enough. It may not be told to you by your board. It may not get told to you by your coaches. I'm a religious guy, but you are 100% God sent to these kids, and know that. And know you're absolutely making a difference. And because of that, guys, you're changing lives. And I wanted to share that story before the break, and we're going to get right back into football after the break. I appreciate you indulging me for that story. But guys, I'm telling you, you're difference makers in this world. Keep it up, and more things like MYFA Live After the Whistle. You're going to see another host in years to come hosting their own radio show. This is MYFA Live After the Whistle. When we get back, we're going over games of the week. Craigle, I got you. We'll see you in a few.
Why have thousands of aspiring authors teamed up with Christian Faith Publishing to publish their book? Because Christian Faith Publishing is an author-friendly publisher who understands that your labor is more than just a book. We provide authors freedom and flexibility throughout the publishing process, professional book editing, award-winning design, and some of the highest royalty structures in the publishing industry. And as always, you will retain 100% of the rights to your book.
I was looking to find a company that I could trust, one that assisted in the editing process completely.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and upfront, no hidden costs or fees, and owning the rights to my own work.
Christian Faith Publishing will publish, market, and sell your books in all major bookstores, online booksellers, as well as specialty Christian bookstores. Call for your free author submission kit.
800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812.
Out of dead carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleveland, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleveland, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they've got you covered.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson in Cleveland, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
You're listening to Joco Community Radio.
All right, we are back. Short break as always. Thank you guys for being with me. Let me take care of our housekeeping business here. Joco Community Radio is proud to be the voice of Johnson County, Texas, and is on the Live 365 on the TuneIn Radio Network. To watch or listen, simply go to tuneinjoco.com to choose where and how. The Joco Community Radio app is now available for free on Android and Apple devices. Simply search your store for it. Check out our lineup and more at jococommunityradio.com. This episode and more episodes are brought to you by Patriot Claims, making your insurance work for you. Reach out to your Texas sales rep, Nona Reed, 844-TEXT-HAIL. That's 844-839-4245. And after last week's storms, some of you may need to reach out to her. It's also brought to you by Versus Sports. See the hat on it, the uniform company. If you don't have your uniforms, or maybe you're needing team shirts and apparel, reach out to them at 817-308-6064. And guys, if you're watching with us, please drop an L in the comments for live and an R for replay. I want to hear your feedback. We're getting into prediction time. We're getting into game time for tonight's games. We're going to go over some of the games of the week. We've already went over standings and where we're sitting at, but just to quickly recap our standings, I'm just going to go 1 through for the first 4 seeds tonight. Second grade standings, we have Aledo, Azle, Granbury, Innsberger, and Peaster. That's 1 through 4 right now. Aledo and Azle are both 4-0, and Granbury is 3-1, and Peaster's 2-2. Our third grade division, standing at the top, Brock Elliott, second place at 4-0. Second place, Aledo Davis. Third place, Aledo Scott. Fourth place, Granbury Westbrook. Fifth place, Aledo Wilkins. Sixth place, Brock Law. Seventh place, Midlothian Robinson, and in eighth place, Aledo Hanson. Now, you may say, well, I thought you said you were going to take the top 4. Guys, after Brock Elliott, 4-0, everybody else in third grade that I just named are 3-1. Unbelievable. Crazy. I mean, that is awesome. There'll be some shakeup tonight, I'm sure, in third grade as well, as far as that goes. And our fourth grade standings, we got Burleson Barrett sitting at the top and first, Aledo Cooper in Midlothian. All 4 of those are tied at 4-0, and Aledo Hightower at 3-1. But we also have Aledo Chisholm 3-1, Eaton Hatfield at 3-1. So we've got a little logjam there in fourth grade tonight. Fifth grade, we've got Stephenville 4-0 and Granbury Rice 4-0. Eaton Eaton, and Granbury Moreno. Those are your top four. Burleson Moore, Crowley, and Burleson Tubbs, and Granbury Moreno. So 4, 5, 6, and 7 are all tied at 2 and 2. So we've got some logjam there that's going to clear out. And then in 6th grade, we've got Godley 4-0, Eaton Diggs 4-0, Crowley 3-0-1, and Aledo 3-1, and then Burleson Adrian at 3-1. So your top 5 teams are there. So guys, we've got some log jams tonight. We're going to talk about some games, and we're going to jump right into 2nd grade. So just hold on, Craig. We're going to talk about 4th grade, and I'm sure you'll have some comments on it. Guys, if we're calling your team out, or if you have some comments on these, please, I want to be interactive in this last segment before we kick off tonight's football games. But tonight's games in 2nd grade, we've got a doozy of a matchup to kick things off in 2nd grade. We've got 1st and 2nd place, both teams 4-0. Azle versus Aledo going head-to-head tonight. 2nd grade's going to clear out. Now, let me tell you some what I'm going to call the coach's corner here on the MYFA show. So if you're listening, maybe you don't know these teams, maybe you haven't seen them. And by the way, talking about seeing teams, if you guys have not went on to the MYFA Facebook page and watched Lance's video of games last week, y'all missing out. My man Lance is going to be, I believe, at Crowley tonight. Let me just verify that real quick. He messaged me that, and I should have known that coming in. I believe he said he's going to be at Crowley tonight. Yes, he's going to be at Crowley tonight. So if you're playing in Crowley tonight, my man Lance is going to be having video of you. But if y'all have not got a chance to go see these highlight videos, dude, I mean, bring it on. RJ, I got one of these Versus hats for you, man. This is those Richardson 112s. My buddy Wayne just jumped on too. These are those Richardson 112s, man. You know me. We talked about these hats. We absolutely love them. By the way, you towns need Richardson 112s. I got them. We'll just move on past that. Shameless plug there. Aledo Azle. So here's the tail of the tape. The coach's corner tonight. Points for Aledo, 119. Points for Azle, 72. Now, scoring points is awesome, okay? But, well, I don't know if I'll get a quick enough response for the radio time. But let me ask you guys, what wins championships? I'll just tell you. Defense, if you don't know. So let's look at the defensive numbers, and that's points against. Aledo, 15. Azle, 17. Guys, tonight, this could be, I don't know, we're going to have maybe we have a high scoring game tonight with these two teams. It's very, very possible we have a high scoring game tonight with these two teams. This is going to be a close one. Aledo has firepower. If this is the same Azle team that I seen in the fall for football, I actually got to call their game at the Burleson Stadium. I believe it was Azle Baisden that was the coach. And if someone's listening from Azle, correct me if I'm wrong, if it's not Azle Baisden, but I believe it was Azle Baisden that was there. If this is that same team, that's a scrappy football team. But I got to go with my gut. I'm taking Aledo. I'm even going to give you guys a score. See, I'm not just going to take them. I'm going to give you guys a score tonight. I'm going to take Aledo, 26, and I'm writing this down because I'm going to tell you guys if I'm right next week. Azle, 15. I got 26-15 tonight. First game right out of the chutes. Azle, Aledo, 2 undefeated teams. I've got 26-15. I'm taking Aledo for the win. And that's tough because Basin's my boy from Burleson. If that's his team, I hate going against him because I watched what he did when they came and played in Burleson. But man, I just look at this and I've kind of seen some snippets. I'm going 26-15, Aledo versus Azle. There's a follow-up game to that Azle will play right after that. They'll play Granbury Edwards, who's 2-2. Now, Granbury Edwards points for is 41, points against is 70. I'm going to take Azle to rebound off the loss to Aledo in that game, and I'm going to take that they're going to come out with firepower. They're going to win that game 35-14 tonight. Aza will rebound in their second game, and at the end of next week, I believe that Aza will be tied still for second place, but I believe Alito will be undefeated next week. And so that's my prediction for second grade tonight. If you think otherwise, let me know. Brandy just said it's several of the same kids, one or two that played from third and tackle. So I love that Azel team. They've got a lot of heart. I just don't. Hey, listen, Wayne, I am not Victor. Do not start that. Do not start that. That's why I'm doing mine live, right? See my face? I'm putting my face on the TV right here. I'm doing mine live. I'm not Victor. That's first predictions right out of the gate. Coach's Corner. I've got first game 4-0 Alito versus 4-0 Azel. I've got Alito winning 26-15, and then I've got Azel rebounding, winning 35-14 in their second game. But I believe Alito goes out and they solidify their standings tonight. Our third grade division, we've got some good games out there. If you guys remember, we have a log jam in third grade, and some of that will be broke up tonight. So we have Alito Wilkes, who is 3-1, playing, I believe it is Alito Hansen, who is also 3-1. Okay. Points for Alito Wilkes is 50. Points for Alito Hansen is 91. Points given up for Alito Wilkes is 27. Points given up for Alito Hansen is 78. Now, here I am going to contradict myself. I know I said defense wins championships, but I think Alito Hansen takes this tonight. I'm going to predict that they're going to win the game 28-17 over Alito Wilkes. And then the second game I have wrote down is Alito Davis, who is got 117 points for at 3-1 with 56 against. And they are playing Brock Law, who is 3-1 with 57 points for and 41 against. I'm going to take Alito Davis. I'm sorry, Brock, in a blowout, 35-10. Now, you could disagree, but I believe this is what we're going to see tonight. And I'm writing my scores down because I'm gonna come back on this next week, and we're gonna see where I stand. And yes, Matt, you are right. Azel has always been one of the scrappiest teams in tackle, every grade level. Brandy Goodson says, "Wonder if Peaster is looking to join MYFA for tackle. Anyone know?" Brandy, I am not at liberty to talk about that information, but what I will tell you is we like having Peaster in 7-on-7. If Peaster wanted the opportunity, they should get with the MYFA executive board, and I'm sure some things could happen. We would love to see Peaster here. As far as that goes, not my call. I'm just the radio guy that I'll push for it. So there are my third grade predictions tonight. We got Alito Hansen 28 versus Alito Wilkes. Then I got Alito Davis taking it to Brock Law 35-10 tonight. I do believe Brock Elliott's going to win out tonight in the third grade division, and I think they'll stay at the top of the standings undefeated tonight. Are you ready, Craigle? Fourth grade? We're going to skip it. We're going to go to fifth grade tonight. I'm saving fourth grade because I believe fourth grade are the games of the night. I believe fourth grade is the games of the night. So we're going to skip fourth grade, and we're going to go straight to fifth grade. So in fifth grade, we had some good matchups last week. So, guys, we'll show you where, I am Coach Moore for the fifth grade team. Last week, we were undefeated, and we played Eaton and Granbury Rice. Granbury Rice beat us, and they beat Eaton, and they're sitting at the top with Stephenville tonight as undefeated, and Eaton only has one loss. Two great teams. Hats off to them, and going from there. But our other team that I'm thankful to be a part of is in my game of the night, and that is Burleson Tubbs versus Granbury Moreno. Those two teams are both sitting at 2-2, and they are right on that playoff bubble. Tubbs has 65 points scored, 52 points against them, while Granbury Moreno has 95 points and 79 points scored against them. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, shocker, Burleson Tubbs wins tonight. Let's go. Burleson Tubbs wins it tonight. I'm calling for a victory of 28-17 over Granbury Moreno tonight. I'm calling it. Little Ryder Tubbs, the quarterback, is going to throw for a couple of touchdowns. You're going to see my man Ben out there catching some balls out of the backfield, flying around out there. Great hands, Ben. My man Joe on defense. Burleson Tubbs, 5th grade, bringing it home tonight. They're going to take it to Granbury Moreno. And then the second game of the night, my team, Burleson Moore, are playing Stephenville. Stephenville's 4-0, 148 points scored, only 25 against. Burleson Moore 71 and 56 at 2-2. Upset alert. Upset alert. Our boys are ready to go tonight, Stephenville. They are ready to go. I will never pick against my teams, just so you know, when it comes to 5th grade. Now, my other Burleson grade levels, don't be so fast, James. You never know what might happen. But my 5th grade teams, I got your back tonight. I'm going Burleson Moore tonight in a shootout. 35, Stephenville 32, close game. Stephenville gets their first L. Granbury Rice goes into first place. Now, let me just tell you in 5th grade, right now, if we're being honest about the divisions, as for where we're at, Stephenville by far has shown, as of up until tonight when they run into the Burleson Elks, to be the best 5th grade team out there right now. And Granbury Rice, who beat us this past Friday night, we weren't on our A game, but they have showed to be the second best team tonight. I believe Granbury Rice will move into the number 1 seed tonight. My man Darren, I like that dude a lot. I can't wait to face him again. He will move into the number 1 seed tonight. Stephenville will retain the number 2 seed because they will only have 1 loss on their record. But you will see both Burleson teams jump up tonight. You got Crowley having some good games. I believe Eaton is going to win tonight, and Crowley's going to win. I think the division stays pretty similar to where it is right now in 5th grade. On to 6th grade. Honestly, I could find one really good game you want to watch, and it's going to feature some talent, guys. A man, Coach Casey and the Burleson Elks. And before you guys are like, oh, you're out there. No, I'm not. I pulled the best games. If you go look at the schedule, you will see I pulled the best games that I feel like you should go out and watch. They're playing Crowley tonight. Coach Adrian's team is 3-1. Crowley is 3-0-1. Don't ask me how that happened, because I don't know. But here we go. Here's your tale of the tape. Burleson Elks, 110 scored, 74 against. Crowley, 87 scored, 34 against. Now, I know the young quarterback for Burleson, Derringer. When Derringer is on his A game, that is a tough young man to beat. I know Crowley. Crowley plays tough defense. Guys, only give up 34 points into a played 4 games. That's solid. I mean, it just kind of remember, I know we're only in week 2, but these teams have played 4 games, running clock, 30 minutes. It's wide open fields. Okay. So you got a team that's only given up 34 points in 4 games. They're giving up less than 10 points a game. Okay. I've got to go with Burleson tonight because of the quarterback play. I've got to go with Burleson tonight because of the quarterback play. Now, I will put a star if Derringer is not on his A game, if he had a bad day at school. And look, these are kids, y'all. Let's face it. These are young men, okay? A lot of them are in testing right now. Some of them, like these 6th grade teams, they're getting ready to go to junior high. They're getting their stuff together. So, guys, life happens for them. You know, I know we all expect them to go out and kill it and hit it. And, you know, we've got some kids that are sick. I know I've got my son personally is going to be out tonight. He is not feeling well. So, but if Derringer's on his A game tonight, my man Derringer, I wish he was here on the show with me. If he is feeling good tonight, he's on his A game. I'm going to call for Burleson to win, but I'm going to call this to be a close game, almost a coin toss game. I'm going 28-23, Burleson with the win tonight. And this was my toughest game to call, believe it or not. I think Burleson's ready to take that step. You know, in 6th grade, we've got Godley, and that Godley team, you guys, is very, very good. Okay. They've had 142 points scored and only 22 points against. I mean, guys, they're almost giving up, you know, I mean, that's like 5 points a game they're giving up. Okay, that's less than a touchdown a game they're giving up. And then Eaton Diggs, we all know Coach Diggs. I believe those two are the cream of the crop in 6th grade. I do want to state that out there. But I do believe Crowley, Alito, and Burleson can play with those guys. I've had a chance to watch some of those games. I do believe that those guys can be played with. Matter of fact, Eaton Diggs was against the other Burleson team this past week was probably in a little more tighter game than they wanted to be in the onset. Now, I didn't get to see that game, so, I don't know if, they had some players on their A game. But, guys, we've all heard of the word any given Sunday. Well, this is any given Friday. Any team could beat anybody, but I do believe that Eaton and Godley are the cream of the crops. I will wait to pick my head-to-head against them when they play each other, but I believe those are the cream of the crops in 6th grade, in the 6th grade division. So we've gone through 2nd grade. We've got Alito beating Azle tonight, 26-15. Azle then rebounding, beating Granbury Edwards, 35-14. We've gone through 3rd grade. Alito Hanson, 28. Alito Wilkes, 17. And then we have Alito Davis taking it to Brock, 35-10. We have not hit 4th grade. That is next, Craigle. I'm ready to hear your predictions and anybody else for 4th grade, because 4th grade is dynamite tonight. Then in 5th grade, we have Granbury Moreno versus Burleson Tubbs. We got Burleson Tubbs winning that 28-17. And then we got Burleson Moore versus Stephenville in a shootout. I'm taking my team to win 35-32. I don't care what you say. We've got this tonight. And then in 6th grade, I am taking the Coach Casey Adrian's team, Burleson Elks, 28 over Crowley to 23. I think this game is going to be close. It's going to be a coin toss game. That is who I'm taking tonight. And we are on with 7 minutes left in the show to 4th grade. Now, you may wonder, why did I say 4th grade to last? I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to tell you the teams. I just want you to hear the coach's corner for 2 of the teams playing tonight. Actually, 3 of the teams that are playing each other tonight. All 3 are 4-0. Check. 2 of them have 27 points scored against. 1 team has 0 points scored against. 1 team is approaching 200 points scored. The other team is approaching about 125 points scored. And then the third team's at 55. Tonight, Burleson Barrett, you're running the gauntlet tonight. We're going to know how real Burleson Barrett is. Let me just say it right now. Right now. I love my man, Andy. That's my man. That's my business partner. I love my man, Kevin, the defensive guru himself. He has pitched shutouts, y'all. 7-on-7. The man has pitched shutouts. But tonight, they open against undefeated Midlothian. I mean, come on, folks. If you're not already in the parking lot at All Saints right now to get your ticket to watch this game tonight, I'm playing at All Saints, and I'm going to try to get over there and watch the game too. Tonight, Burleson, 4th grade Elks, Midlothian, 4-0 versus 4-0. Let me just tell you right now, the 4th grade Burleson Elks are going to win that game by 3 touchdowns. I said it. There's the pressure on you. There's the pressure on you, Coach. I've got the Burleson Elks winning that game 35-10. Easily a 3-touchdown win over Midlothian tonight. Midlothian Panthers, I love you. I've seen you play. You've got a good team. But I believe the Burleson Elks and Alito Cooper, and I almost want to throw Hightower in there, but they got the 1 loss. Alito Hightower, let me just give you a special mention for Alito Hightower here. And I don't want to run out of time before we get to the game of the night that I believe is going to happen. But Alito Hightower is only giving up 12 points. But they do have the 1 loss, and that's why I can't put them in that top bracket. Alito Chisholm's 29. Eaton Hatfield's giving up 28. They're 3-1. Midlothian's only giving up 27. But Midlothian, I don't know you can score enough, and I think the Burleson defense, they've got speed, they've got smart players. My man Kobe at quarterback, I gotta take the Elks to open up tonight in a blowout win. I'm saying 30. You know what? I think it's Craigle. I'm going 42-10. Going 42-10 tonight, Craigle. Tell me what you got, Craigle, but I got 42-10 tonight. I do believe Midlothian gets on the board because they do have talent out there. I think they're overwhelmed tonight, though. And, folks, that's going to set up maybe the game of 7-on-7. And I hate to say that because I want my game to be the game of 7. And maybe it will be. You see the upset of the Elks of Stephenville tonight. That would be a huge upset. But tonight, let me see the time. Because, look, I'm telling you guys, there's not a movie that you need to go watch tonight, okay? I heard the Morbius movie is not that good, so there's no point in going to watch that movie tonight, right? There's not a movie for you to go see tonight that is going to be worth missing this game. So we got tonight, I'm going to find the time, okay, 8:45. 8:45. It is almost 5 o'clock. You've got 3 hours and 45 minutes to do grocery shopping. You got 3 hours and 45 minutes to get a babysitter to have a date night. Don't get a babysitter. Bring the kids. Let them see the athletes. You got 3 hours and 45 minutes to go eat dinner. Husbands, take your wife out to a nice restaurant and say, baby, we're going to watch football. Because tonight, All Saints Field, 8:45, Burleson Elks, Coach Barrett versus Alito Cooper. Come on, folks. Now, you may not know why I'm so excited about this. Here's the tale of the coaches' tape. Burleson, 191 points scored, 0 points scored against. Alito Cooper, 125 points scored, 27 points against. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got defense, we've got offense, and if they allowed special teams, we would have special teams. This is it. This is the cream of the crop in 4th grade right here. If my man Victor was on, I guarantee you he would be backing me up on this. My man Lance, if you're listening, why ain't you out at All Saints filming this game tonight? No, I'm just kidding, man. I know you got obligations at Crowley. This is it. This is the game tonight. And I have gone back and forth on this one. Here's the reason why. Cooper has got some good athletes, really good players. Last year, if I'm not mistaken, Elk Nation, you can tell me, Cooper won last year in this 7-on-7 game. This 7-on-7 game was intense. And for all you parents watching, please cheer on your babies, but also be respectful of the refs. Neither side cost your team a penalty that could cost the game. Hello, somebody. Be respectful, okay? Kids on the sidelines, it's going to be an intense game tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fast. Burleson Barrett, Alito Cooper. I've gone all day of who to choose on this. And I know people are going, but Mike, you're Elk. You got to choose the Elks. 7-on-7 is a tough game. Tackle football is different. But I've watched the Elks team. I've seen highlights of the Cooper team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Burleson Elks will be 6-0 tonight when it's all said and done. They are going to beat Alito Cooper tonight by at least 2 touchdowns. And they are going to solidify they're the best team in 4th grade. I said it. This was tough for me because this one could go either way. But my score for tonight, Burleson 38, Alito Cooper 24. Folks, I could be wrong. Go support that game tonight. It's going to be awesome. Get out there live. Michelle, I'm sorry. I know you've won the last 3 years. Prove me wrong tonight. Cooper, Burleson, All Saints, be there. Love you guys. MYFA Live after the whistle.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, JOCO Community Radio.
Here's important new information from the Diabetes Solution Center.